involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 5. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler, Julio Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. On first down, Williams. Complete to Jones. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now Williams throwing on first down. That's going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 11. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You got 3.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run on first down with Cannon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, it's Cannon, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Cannon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Darnold. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Darnold. They complete it to Hill. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Hill, the intended receiver once again, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hey, Charlie. Check 53. Bandit. 53, come on.
To the air again, Darnold. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Trenton Cannon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Williams now on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Back to throw, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Williams. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Williams throwing on 3rd and long. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A full 40 yards that time on 3rd down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, Williams. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now Leonard Fournette. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Here we go. Go to bed. Mike, set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D.
2nd and 9 now. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Darnold now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Here's Cannon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Back to Cannon again on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Darnold now to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it up, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. On first down, Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Second down and 10, Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 29. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now he's going to let it go deep. Back up into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man, the tight end fouls. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10. Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, hold. Here I come.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Too low, Captain. Let's go.
Back to throw. Williams fights off the defender. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Hey, we got 4 down. Yeah. Motion.
2nd and 15. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off with great anticipation. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
New York.
Darnold on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the third quarter in Carson. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Williams. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
Now Williams throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Darnold. And going deep for Hill. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Bailey got the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Williams now. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Williams operating from the gun. He completes it to Jones. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Williams. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
53 to Mike. 53. Hey, over. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop.
Bravo! 53! 53! Got that!
Now it's Darnold. Finding fouls complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Darnold now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 53 yards. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Jacksonville, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.